Okay, so a little explanation and an apology before I begin. Due to a combination of school, my own lack of skills, work, and my computer, I've not been able to post a proper review online for a while. That is not to say that I haven't been working on some reviews, as I did have a special one planned for my 1 year anniversary, and one relating to a certain Resident Evil, but the latter was accidentally deleted while the former's data is currently in the hands of someone else. However, since I figured I should do something to commemorate the occasion. Originally, I thought about reviewing Batum, making a top 10 list of the games, make me think of Halloween, or actually buying the necessary equipment to record console games. But then I was cleaning out my bookshelf and found this. For those of you who don't remember, wait, where am I? Better. Anyways, during its early years, Pokemon hadn't really figured out what their long-term strategy was outside of their video games, and were allowed to experiment a little bit with the other sources. These endeavors resulted in no less than seven different manga-related adaptations before the second game even came out. Nowadays there's even more than that, but there's nowhere near the same variety, with one being about inter-Pokemon romance, and the other being a ripoff of Yu-Gi-Oh! I wish I was joking here, but just look at these release dates. But that's a later story. Anyway, Yellow Cabellero was a product of that time in Pokemon history, with the Pokemon selection really showing it. The protagonist of this series is Yellow, who I must admit I have no idea why I like the way he looks, and we immediately connect with his plight as he's attempting to save someone from being drowned by a Seadra and has to use a Pikachu named Pika to do so. It's at this point that I should point out that I only have the second volume of this series, so I have no idea what I have missed so far before this. Well, I have some ideas. The manga itself alludes to Yellow having visited Professor Oak to take Red's Pikachu with, since it was the only one who survived a challenge Red had accepted against the Elite Four, healed it with his magic powers, and then... Wait, Red is dead. Red is dead?! Alright. Wow. Pokemon was allowed to be really dark in its early days. Also magic? Yeah, I'm not making this up. I mean, I know Pokemon had some weird, not really explainable things such as espers and ghosts, as well as enemies like the Hex Maniac. But Yellow's ability to instantly heal Pokemon with magic is... I'll just assume he's using a Game Genie to move past it, because it never gets explained in this volume. So anyway, Yellow manages to rescue Bill from the... Is this actually based on the early Pokemon games or not? Because this is getting weird. We got a boy who I feel weird attraction to, with a Game Genie behind their magical powers. Ash is dead, Bill is a plot device, and the Elite Four killed people. And no, it's not that there's a misunderstanding. We later have Lori Haley, who I know exactly why I stare at her. It's her eyes. Where the heck are they? Come on the scene, admit to murder, and then attempt murder because Pikachu survived the battle. I mean, is the Elite Four the Fight Club now? No, you know what they are, and here's what their rules are. Number 1, don't talk about the Elite Four. Number 2, gotta kill them all. Number 3, why are you writing these rules down? Number 4, I can't read since someone decided to Photoshop some blood over the last part. Typical humans. Anyway, Yellow and Bill get sealed into a cave by Lori Haley and have to figure out a way that doesn't involve them getting skewered to death by our Pokemon or freezing to death. So how do you do this, they ask? they throw out an empty Pokeball. Oh, and by the way, Yellow can see what other Pokemon can see because magic burst out of the cave on their Dodrio, broke L'Oreal's cloister, and then ran off into the sunset, saying, I honestly have no clue. I'm not even joking around here. I have no clue what happened, and this is why. I don't honestly remember where or when this page fell out, but it did. And the internet was sort of helpful, but not really. I mean, I managed to figure out that this was actually referred to as the yellow or second chapters of the Pokemon Adventure manga, and that's only about 50 parts long. I also found some interesting things about Yellow. I do not like the fact that he's actually a recurrent character in the series, though his powers weren't really well explained. Also, he's a girl, and has her own Pikachu. Okay, I can live with that. Overall, even though I didn't get to read the whole thing as I couldn't find any more volumes or reasonable prices on them, I actually enjoyed how different this was from the Pokemon we've all come to expect. If you happen across it at a garage sale or a used book sale or online for a good price, I'd say to pick it up. You'll have a lot of fun with it. Now then, please consider this my apology for not making a review for almost a whole year, as well as a thank you to the people who have subscribed to me so far. If you actually like this style of review and want me to do another one like it, or just hate my guts, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. This has been That Man Over There. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.